Hello internet, my name's Lave, and with the rest of the world or the US getting stuck into their Disney Plus accounts and watching really cool programs like The Mandalorian, and the fact that I'd already seen Ford v Ferrari or Le Mans 66 from the London Film Festival, I was relegated to watching Last Christmas, the first festive film of the year. Yay. So this one follows Kate, a once promising singer from Yugoslavia, now living in London, working as an elf in a year-round Christmas shop, who's lost her way in life that stems back to an incident that happened last Christmas. But then she meets a handsome, kind, oddball stranger called Tom, who shows her what's important in life and helps turn her life around. So yeah, it's a festive rom-com, and I'm clearly not the target audience for rom-coms, but I do like the odd one every now and then, especially if it's a British rom-com like Notting Hill, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, or Love Actually, which this film is so clearly trying to imitate, but unlike those other Richard Curtis films, this one doesn't have much com to its rom. It's not very funny, as much as it tries to be. A lot of the jokes were surprisingly lowbrow, like pigeons pooing in someone's eye, or someone misunderstanding that dick can be a name or slang for penis, or that Christmas decorations and ornaments are mostly tatty and tacky bits of rubbish. Another aspect to the comedy which didn't work for me unfortunately involves my future wife, Emilia Clarke, who, apart from Game of Thrones, where her character in that actually showed a bit of nastiness and a bit of grit to her, she comes across as the nicest person in the world, and it really works against her in this film, because when we first meet her as an adult in this, she's supposed to be down and out. She's given up on herself. She drinks too much alcohol. She eats fast food, and she's late for her auditions, and she sleeps around. Yeah, she's the perfect girl. All joking aside though, her character is basically homeless and admits she is a complete mess, and I just didn't buy into it. I don't think it's entirely because of her performance, it's because her character has been written badly. She's basically a Bridget Jones knockoff. She's accident prone and gets herself into silly situations, but with a bit more slapstick, and again, it's just not very funny. So the comedy aspect of the film wasn't exactly lighting up my tree. The romance side of it, I mean, Emilia Clarke and Crazy Rich Asians Henry Golding are okay. I think they do have chemistry. His character is a bit annoying and she calls him out on that. He's always saying stuff like, look up in the sky, and he's dancing around. But she calls him out on that, and I do think the pair have chemistry. The problem is the whole idea, that the premise, the concept that this film is based on is so ridiculous, which I don't want to spoil. And I know a lot of other reviewers have said that it is spoiled in the trailers. I did see the trailer before seeing this, but I don't remember it, or at least the specifics of it. Even so, within 20 minutes of this film, I made a note on my notepad, and then I dismissed it, saying there's no way that the film is going to end like that. But then it completely does, and it's so ridiculous. It's not smart at all. It's just ludicrous. It just made me think that the writers, when they were coming up with this idea, the inception of it, they must have been listening to Wham and George Michael going da, 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 and then it's like, oh, we've got a really good idea for a film. And no, it's not a good idea. It's stupid. Now, bear in mind, this isn't from a first-time writer. This is from Oscar-winning writer Emma Thompson, who pops up in the film as Kate's mum with a thick Eastern European accent and a tacked-on subplot about Brexit and immigration, which is really just Emma Thompson beating her own political drum. Out of all of this, I do actually feel quite sorry for the director Paul Feig, who you might know as the director of the Ghostbusters reboot, and you will also know there was a lot of controversy surrounding that movie. But if you check out his previous film, A Simple Favour, he actually did try something new there. I admire him for that. He tried to mix up a bunch of genres, and it wasn't entirely successful, but at least he tried something new. And this one, I guess he's taken this on as just a job, and you know, I can imagine him thinking that it was quite a safe bet, but unfortunately it's a turkey. So that's my thoughts on Last Christmas, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. To be honest, the film is harmless, and maybe I am being a bit bar humbug. I think it's fine as a chick flick or a date movie, and if it popped up on Netflix or a streaming service, for free. You could watch it and completely forget about it. But I tell you one thing, it's nowhere near as funny or as smart as it thinks it is. But let me know what your favourite rom-com movie is down in the comments, and thanks very much for checking out this review. If you can, give it a like and don't forget to share the Lave. Bah humbug.
Subscribe.